Back again for yet another react, and this time it's probably to something that I personally am more excited about than for years and years. We are finally going to get a real look at the gameplay for the long-awaited, much talked about, very controversial, but will no doubt be highly best-selling game, The Last of Us Part 2. No, what are you most excited about?
I'm just looking forward to seeing the new mechanics, and hopefully we get a good sense of the scale of the levels we'll be playing in. Because they said, you won't be able to see everything in your first playthrough. So that has me really curious. We have 2 minutes right now. But yeah, I gotta say, if you talk spoilers in the chat, you're banned from our channel. Plain and simple.
Yeah, I have managed to avoid any and all spoilers.
Yeah, so we are going into this without knowing anything about the story other than what's been shown in the trailers. But yeah,
maybe we just shouldn't read any chats. Maybe this is a no chat thing.
Yeah.
Maybe this is just us talking about what we see and not allowing other people's text input to influence anything we do. That might be the wise move here.
Yeah, definitely. And
because I feel like this is something people are just itching to spoil. A lot of the YouTubers I watch who did their editorial video on when the spoilers came out, almost all of them said that someone had emailed them with some innocuous letter like, hey, I'd love to talk about brand partnerships, and by the way, Ellie is Joel's dad. And they like we're all of a sudden met with spoilers out of nowhere. So don't ruin our game. Let the game ruin the game if it is going to,
Hell, Angry Joe did a review already just based on what he read in the spoilers.
Really? Don't do that.
Yeah, right? I mean,
it's gonna make Angry Ben.
Yeah.
Oh, and tell everyone again how big the download size is.
Oh yeah, 120 gigs. It's gonna be a monster of a game.
That's 20 gigs bigger than Red Dead 2.
Yeah.
And as someone who just put his 8 terabyte drive in, bring it on. All right, here we go. 8, 7,
6. Can you turn up the volume, Ethan?
Yeah, let's turn the volume up a little bit.
All the way up. Not all the way. That's good.
Here we go.
Such a weird intro they have.
Yeah, I don't really get it. But whatever. We're seeing gameplay.
Yeah.
That's all we care about. Nudity, sexual content, strong language, use of drugs. Sign me up.
I know you wish things were different.
You turn it up, Ethan?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. These graphics are crazy.
I wish things were different.
Yeah. Ellie!
So this is nothing new. This story trailer came out a few weeks ago.
I booted up Uncharted 4 again. And Uncharted 4 is 4 years old, and it still has some of the best mocap character animations in any game on the platform.
The facial animation's absurd in Naughty Dog games.
I just love playing a Naughty Dog knowing that the game is so good, the company quit.
Yeah.
To do this smart, we'd be leaving Jackson vulnerable.
So they just get to get away with this?
I'm getting the vibe, and I really hope it's the case that we'll be facing more humans than infected in this game. Because honestly, the infected got so old in the first Last of Us. And I just thought the combat was a lot more dynamic when fighting humans.
No, I mean, according to everything we've heard, all the humans are going to have names. When you shoot someone in the face, you're not shooting someone in the face. You're shooting Dave in the face.
Yeah. They'll be like, no, Dave!
Dave's dog. Well,
I have to finish it.
I know no spoilers. I just hope that Joel is a presence throughout the game.
Yeah, me too.
You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My favorite part about The Last of Us was the relationship between Ellie and Joel, and I hope they don't forget that. Clearly, it's a revenge tale.
Who
Yeah.
could have killed you?
Ellie murders everyone.
Maybe you should have.
The Last of Us Part 2. Ellie murders everything.
All right, let's go.
All right.
I'm Neil Druckmann, Vice President of Naughty Dog and the Director
Neely
of
D.
The Last of Us Part 2. We're just a few weeks away from launch on June 19th, when the game will finally be in your hands.
Look at that.
The wait has been
water.
long, and we're extremely grateful for your patience, especially now in the midst of these unprecedented and challenging times. We hope you're all taking care of yourselves and that you, your friends, and your loved ones are doing well. Because of these extraordinary circumstances, we can't be together in this final stretch and share the experience like we usually would. So today we're trying something different,
I mean,
something we've never done before.
how is a PS5 going to look any better than this already looks? My question.
Over the next 20 minutes or so, we're going to give you an in-depth look into what awaits you in The Last of Us Part 2,
Murder.
including new details about the gameplay experience and story. And to cap it all off, we'll be showing a never-before-seen, lengthy gameplay sequence. You'll definitely want to stick around for that.
Let's do this.
Can't believe we're 2 weeks away from the last.
No, right?
I don't know what happened. I was supposed to take her to the Fireflies and walk away. They were actually going to make a cure. The only catch, it would kill her.
Crazy.
The Last of Us Part 2 picks up Ellie and Joel's story several years after the events of the first game.
Awesome.
Ellie and Joel have settled in Jackson, Wyoming, amongst a thriving community of survivors. With the threats of the world kept outside the town's walls, Jackson has been able to find relative peace and even stability. Ellie is now 19, lives on her own, and has been able to forge lasting relationships within the community.
Scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate our kiss from last night?
However, this peace is short-lived.
You don't say.
Jackson
Yeah,
and Ellie
right.
suffer a violent and traumatizing event. Ellie sets off back into the treacherous outside world in search of retribution and justice. Her journey will take her to new parts of the country previously unexplored in The Last
Cannot
of
believe how
Us.
good these graphics are.
Right?
The story spans multiple seasons and climates, from the snow-capped mountains of Jackson
See how
to
good
the
that
lush
foliage
Pacific
is?
West.
3 people quit over that foliage.
Each introduces
can't wait
a
to
wide
explore
range
it.
of exterior and interior environments for you to navigate and explore, rendered in meticulous detail and unprecedented scale with the latest iteration of the Naughty Dog engine. Our
120
goal was to
gigabytes.
make these environments not only beautiful, but feel as grounded and authentic to the cities they're based on as possible. Much of the story unfolds in what remains of Seattle, a massive former quarantine zone. Its locales are incredibly diverse, spanning a dense city center with a skyline of towering high-rises to the beautiful
God, this world
suburbs
is so
and
cool.
stormy waterfronts that surround it. The city
Dude.
exhibits drastic shifts in architecture, elevation, and weather. And with Part 2, we've introduced new traversal mechanics that afford greater exploration
There's
and
a
ways
jump
to
button.
navigate threats.
Yeah.
Ellie
bet
is
she
not
can
only
swim
able
now,
to climb
too.
and jump over
Yeah.
gaps, but she can use ropes to scale vertical terrain or swing over obstacles, allowing you to
Oh.
discover new areas,
I
resources,
like the
and side
Uncharted
narratives.
elements.
Uh-huh.
These more open environments also create new strategic considerations in combat, whether it's to get the jump on enemies or bypass them entirely. The Last of Us Part 2 features some of the largest environments we've ever created. Horseback riding will allow Ellie to quickly cover some of these expansive terrains. Some streets are so flooded that a boat is required to navigate them.
So still
However,
can't swim, but
the
could
world
use
of The
a
Last
boat.
of Us is as lush
Ellie,
and
learn to
inviting
swim.
as it is
Jesus,
deadly.
it's the end of the world.
As Ellie uncovers the path to finding those who have wronged her, she must face the many threats of this unknown city. In the wake of the pandemic and the fall of the quarantine zone, Seattle has become a war zone, where two warring
Pandemic,
factions find
quarantine,
themselves
like
in an
that'd ever
ongoing
happen.
conflict for
Yeah.
territory and resources. One of these groups is the Washington Liberation Front, otherwise known as the WLF.
Wolf.
The WLF are a militia group that began as resistance to the military occupation of Seattle and eventually wrestled control of the city from them. They are
Hitting a
highly
little close
trained,
to home there, Neil.
organized, and well-equipped with weapons they stole from the army. They occupy much of the city, imprisoning or killing trespassers on sight.
Best tall grass ever.
On the other side of this bloody conflict is a group of religious zealots called the Seraphites, or Scars, defined by the self-inflicted deep cuts that they bear across their faces. Like the WLF, they're deeply tribalistic and territorial. They're known for being stealthy, using overgrowth as cover, and they use more silent weapons like bows and arrows.
Clip her wings.
We saw this in the
But beyond
first
this
trailer.
conflict among survivors,
Second trailer.
the threat that originally brought the world to its knees
Thank you for
is
clarifying
very
that.
much present. Every human is in danger of falling victim to the infected.
Oh, God.
They are the recently infected runners who are more numerous and aggressive in this game. The blind but extremely deadly clickers,
Fucking
and
hate
the
Dude.
stalkers who
things
sneak and
so
hide
much.
until they're ready to
Clickers.
attack, surprising their
God.
victims with extreme
So
agility and
Yeah.
brutal violence. The Last of Us Part 2 introduces new stages of infected, such as the Shamblers. Large,
Nope.
heavily armored enemies that are covered in
That's a big
pustules.
nope.
Upon getting close to you, they expel a corrosive spore cloud that burns its victims.
Oh, my
But our
God.
most terrifying and lethal new forms of infected will have to wait until you play the game for yourselves.
There's more. The worst of all, the mother-in-law.
Overcoming these threats will require careful
The infected
consideration of how you
mother-in-laws.
approach every combat encounter and how you leverage Ellie's unique skills, equipment, and the environment to your advantage.
I'm gonna have to do a no-kill dog.
The WLF
Play
patrol
through.
the streets of Seattle.
I don't
with
know if you're
guard
gonna be
dogs,
able to, bro.
Which are
Yeah,
capable
no,
of
they said you
detecting
can.
and following
Oh, really?
you, even while in
You
cover.
can murder any human and
They can pick
you
up your
have
scent
to, but
and alert their handlers to your
can't
presence.
kill the pooches.
I mean,
Listen mode will reveal your scent trail, so keep moving and cause distractions to avoid detection.
They could be hiding anywhere.
25 years after the pandemic began, the world is completely overgrown. Use tall grass to hide from enemies and go prone to stay out of sight. However, this form of analog stealth means you're never fully hidden. If enemies get close enough, they can discover you, even in grass. When Ellie is overwhelmed, running away is a viable option. You can also break class or
Oh,
crawl through
damn.
tight spaces to find new paths or areas to evade or take on your enemies. In any given combat situation, you can flee an encounter and re-establish stealth to regain the advantage. If you absolutely have to fight your way out, there are a variety of tools at your disposal. Ellie's more agile than most of her enemies. She could
So
sprint
cool.
and quickly
Yeah.
dodge incoming attacks.
We'll talk about their new
Learning how
animation
opponents
system
attack
after
with
this is
different
done.
weapons and mastering the timing of your dodges will prevent you from
Yeah.
taking
Oh my
damage
God.
and create opportunities
Oh.
to counterattack.
Oh my God.
You can use throwable items or well-placed
Ellie
shots to
murders
stun enemies
everyone.
before dealing a killing blow. Or using them as a shield to protect yourself or buy some time to figure out your next move.
Oh,
she's a fucking monster.
Ellie isn't always
dude.
alone on her
Ellie's
journey.
gonna murder the world.
Allies will take part in helping you navigate the environments, spot enemies, and meaningfully help you in combat encounters.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Dude, this is
Everything is so dynamic and organic looking with the animation.
Yeah. It's, again, due to their new mocap.
Between the human survivors
Rendering
and the roaming
system.
infected, there will be
Which
times
sounds
where multiple
incredible.
threats
This-
are present.
this is easily gonna
creating
set a new
strategic
benchmark for video game
considerations
violence.
and opportunities.
Jesus, this game
You
looks
can
like
choose whether
straight
to attack
nightmare
these
fuel.
opponents separately and directly, or find ways to pit them against each other. Flee as they fight, or wait until their numbers have thinned out and engage with whomever's left.
Yeah, that was like one of the things about the first game. There was no instances of infected fighting.
Our goal is to create unparalleled tension, coupled with deep
seeing
systems
some
that give you
Days
greater
Gone-
control and influence over
Some
your
Days
journey.
Gone things going on here.
As you play, you'll be able to invest
play
in a
Days
broad
Gone?
collection of crafting items, weapon,
Man,
and
more
player
people need to play
upgrades
Days Gone.
through training
Although,
manuals
once this
scattered
is out,
throughout
no
the
one's gonna play
environment
Days
and scavenging for ingredients. These skills and upgrade manuals cater to a variety of playstyles, and the choices you make will create your own distinct experience. We also wanted to extend that agency and personalization to your weapons through our new workbench system. Scavenge for parts to modify and improve your weapon's performance and attributes, all of which are visualized and become part of your character.
Dude, look at that scope.
Right?
Cool, I like how you zoom into the scope.
Survival will also require using the parts
No,
and
don't
ingredients
kill
that
the
you'll find
dog.
in the environment,
Okay.
which can be crafted into a wide range of defensive and offensive items, like proximity mines, explosive arrows, pistol suppressors, and more.
I don't know what's gonna be the biggest seller of this year, this or Cyberpunk.
I mean, Cyberpunk, just because it's on everything.
Oh yeah, you're right, because it's... Okay, well this is definitely gonna be the #1 bestseller for...
All of these gameplay systems are meant to immerse you in the world and make you feel in lockstep with
Did you
Ellie's
see the
emotional
hour-long
journey.
gameplay walkthrough of Cyberpunk?
Mm-hmm. It looks
That's crazy too.
insane.
I love that we're getting a new Naughty Dog
As we've
game
said before,
and a new CDPR
this is
game
Naughty Dog's largest,
within
most
the scope of
ambitious
4
game.
months. It's
It may
crazy.
seem like we covered a
That's
lot,
crazy to
but we've
me.
only scratched the surface of what it's like to play The Last of Us Part 2. We can't wait for you to experience it all for yourself on June 19th.
Okay.
All right, now here comes the
Until then,
gameplay portion.
here's an extended sequence of never-before-seen gameplay. Enjoy.
Cannot believe how good these graphics are.
Right?
You could tell me right now that this PS5 exclusive footage.
And I would
believe
fully
you.
believe it.
No one was looking. We're searching the area, just in case she's still around.
Oh no, she's swimming.
Isaac's not happy.
Oh yeah, yeah, good for you, Ellie. Way to learn how to survive.
Escape. What the fuck are they talking about?
Oh shit. Can you shoot the arrow in the water? Probably not. I love water takedowns though. They're always so satisfying.
I've always said that about you. Oh. Friend or foe?
Don't make a fucking sound. Hands up.
Is that a Vita?
It's a Vita!
Where is she?
In the hospital.
Where in the hospital?
Yeah, they're clearing out the upper floors. She's somewhere in there.
Nope.
Oh! God, this animation is absurd!
Oh god.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, this all looks like pre-rendered cutscene, but
It's not.
and look how fluidly it goes into cutscene back into gameplay footage. I wish we could see what she was on the crash. Supplies. Nice.
Boat's away. Word is we're almost wrapped up.
Good. I got my girl waiting for him for Bob.
You shit me? They put you with Joe again?
Upstairs.
Hey, we get the job done.
I bet you do. Oh, this is not fair.
I'm telling you, man. Data soldier. It makes these shifts so much easier.
Sure. I'll keep
That's a
that
big
in mind.
backpack.
That is a huge backpack. Magic revenge bag.
Mm-hmm.
Into the
That's our
bag.
ass executed, freaks.
Hey, did you hear why we're all getting called up to the fob?
I heard that Isaac wants us to
Good
retake
shot.
all of downtown.
I heard we might take the fight to them.
Oh, no way. Not after what went down last time. Even Isaac isn't that crazy.
It's what I heard.
Shut up. All right, calm down.
Oh my god, I love the whispering.
And the neck stab. So much neck stab.
Yeah, it looks like there isn't a depletion bar for the neck.
I think if you get stabbed in the neck, it's basically a wrap.
Well, no. I mean, like, you only have limited uses with the shiv in the first one.
Yeah, no. I read that the shiv is not going to degrade. Like, once you get a good neck stabby knife, that's your neck stabby knife for.
Yeah, for the rest of the game.
Mm-hmm.
That's a relief. It'll make dealing with clickers a lot easier.
Oh no, the dog!
Why the fuck would they show that?
It's brutal, baby. We just stabbed 3 people in the neck.
But you don't fucking throw a Molotov cocktail at a dog.
In The Last of Us 2, you sure do. Anything to survive. But I don't want to kill any dog. Stab the dog's master in the neck. Leave the
I
pooch
hope you
alone.
could just pick up like dog food and like dog toys just to distract the dogs.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what they're gonna do.
Like, come here, boy. Go live a happy life.
I'm just gonna stab the guy that keeps you alive in the neck. You're on your own.
Just like that.
The sound of the brain splatters.
Dude, it's 120 gigabytes of brain splatter sound.
Yeah.
Saw movement.
I'll go check it out. I got you covered.
Holy shit! Shit!
Go.
Move over here!
Going for the next stab.
Next stab, next stab.
For now, crook! Asshole!
Oh, stomach stab. Wow. Oh man.
I found her!
Oh my god.
God.
Dude, so many parents are gonna buy their 12-year-olds this PlayStation game, having no idea.
Yeah, this is like next level violence.
Yes,
Holy
this
shit.
is, and then they're gonna get Cyberpunk. They're gonna be like, you're never playing video games again. We got you this N64. That's all you get. And boy, has it come a long way since N64. Jesus,
Oh
look
my
at these
god.
graphics, man.
Damn it! Find another way up!
Jam doors like that? Oh, Jesus Christ. It's so dynamic.
Bugs scatter with the light. We haven't seen a single loading screen either.
No.
Times like this, I'm very glad I've. And a 4K TV.
Wait, let's see if there's like a, a shimmy loading screen.
This might be something
This
like
might
that.
be, yeah.
But again, I think the biggest advancement for PS5 is not going to be graphic. It's going to be in how you play the games because there's never going to be a loading screen.
Yeah.
Heavy here.
I'm not stupid. You're gonna tell us where she went.
When Isaac talks to us about this,
I'm getting tired of this.
Nora. Nora! I'm not going down for her, man.
Don't scream. Put that shit down.
Seamless
Mm-hmm.
cutscene. Blowing my mind.
Watch that be like Marlene's daughter or something like that.
You remember me.
Who
I
the
think
fuck?
I think that might be Marlene. That certainly looked like her.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Dude. Never doubt Naughty Dog, man. Never ever. Never.
I mean, that has 10 written all over it.
Dude.
Yeah.
Xbox needs to take a cue from what Sony's doing. Sony's showing us the games, not the trailers.
Honestly, I'm not worried about the Xbox rollout. I think they're gonna have like a crazy blowout. Well, we already know they're holding a huge event in July, but also I read this just before we started streaming. There's tons of rumors that we're getting a PS5 reveal next week.
June 4th?
June 3rd.
June 3rd. All right, we will no doubt be covering.
Yeah,
if we actually see the console for the first time.
Yeah, but what if that's it? Here's the console. That's it. It's like a 3-minute, like, hype up video.
I would be happy if they just showed the console, just spin it around. Let me see. And I hope it's not all white, but it's going to be all white.
It's going to be all white.
Why would you do that, man?
I mean, the Destiny 2 PS4 was really popular. Or
do you own that? Do you own that?
No.
Because I like my blacked out PS4 Pro and I like my blacked out 8 terabyte hard drive. They look good.
Yeah. No. Yeah, this game looks crazy, super violent. Yeah, you were mentioning their new animation system, which is just obscene.
So basically, the way the new animation system works is that it dynamically keyframes between the core animations. So previously, if you hit the left stick, there'd be the left animation. If you hit the right stick, there'd be the right animation. Now, they're able to dynamically keyframe in between those. So if you run left really fast and then stop, instead of just snapping into the stop animation, it'll keyframe between I'm running left and I need to stop. So that's why the character movements are so natural, because they're dynamically keyframing between stab this guy in the neck, they flail. So the core animations just are where the animations are going to get to, instead of this is neck, this is run, this is stop. Everything is fluidly moving in between all the animations, which is why everything looks so incredibly fluid. And it's why I feel like playing the game is going to feel totally new, because you're going to push the engine to discover the own animations, how you're playing, which is amazing. And, no one does world building graphically like Naughty Dog.
I mean, on PlayStation, I would argue Halo does it better, but
You really gonna take this moment away from Neil Druckmann, dude? Really?
I'm not. Like, I mean, so I'm very curious. I'm so curious as to what the size of this game is. I was really hoping we'd be able to see like a map or something.
Right. Have they put out any estimates of playtime? How many hours?
No, but I saw a few game journalists were able to finish it within a day. But journalists, they have to speed through games in order to get their reviews out.
I've always wondered that too, when like a game comes out and the guy's like, I've spent 33 hours with the game. And I was like, they released it noon yesterday. Did you just like speedball Red Bull and not put it down?
No, and it's funny, GameSpot got into a lot of trouble because, or not a lot of trouble, but people were pissed off by them because especially for I forgot what game it was, but they gave a beloved title like a 6 or something, and then at the bottom it says, oh, played like 5 hours of this game, and people are like, you didn't even beat the fucking game.
Wait, they already rated the game a 6 playing a pre-release version?
Yeah, and they didn't finish the game. IGN has been caught doing that as well a couple times, but not us at LH Gaming. We finished that shit.
Yeah, which is why it's going to be released on June 19th, and expect the full review sometime in August.
No, I think on June 19th. I mean, I'm gonna pre-install it, start playing it at 9 o'clock Pacific time.
That's when it becomes playable.
Yeah, and I might just pull an all-nighter.
Yeah, I mean, it's The Last of Us 2. What are you not gonna?
Oh yeah, right. And plus, I probably don't even think I'll be able to sleep. Otherwise, I'd be having mass murder dreams, which I don't want to have.
I've only had good experiences playing a game the second it comes out. Like, I played God of War the second it was available. I played Horizon Zero Dawn the second. Sony first-party titles, for the most, so good. It's like getting to unwrap another best possible version of what video game every time. So, I mean, and this is The Last of Us 2, man. I mean, Last of Us 1 was a PS3 release. Most of us played the remaster on 4 generation, but I can't think of a more anticipated game than Cyberpunk. And even then, probably even more so, because Cyberpunk is a new IP. People just know that it's CDPR and it's going to be amazing. But this is like, what has been more anticipated than The Last 2 in the last 10 years?
I mean, you told me not to shit on Neil Druckmann, but I can name a good amount of games.
I mean, did you love Uncharted 4?
Loved Uncharted 4. I've probably played through it around 6 times. In terms of more hyped games, I would argue Red Dead was more hyped.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you that. All right, sure. Right, sure. Okay, fine.
Death Stranding was more hyped, regardless of the reception.
Not like Red Dead. People were hyped about seeing a new Kojima game. Having played through Death Stranding, it has its problem.
Yeah, I mean, and I'd also argue that.
Do you have any desire to play Death Stranding again?
Oh, dude, I still play it.
Do you though?
Yeah.
You still got to deliver those packages? Your post-apocalyptic Amazon Prime?
I'm working on the achievement of building all the roads.
Really, man?
Yeah.
That's what you spend your valuable time doing, building roads in Death Stranding?
I mean, I haven't touched it since I got a PSVR, but no, I was jumping in pretty frequently, and my character just has like all the maxed out equipment, so he's just able to cruise across that world no problem.
You've achieved God level Norman Reedus?
I've achieved God level Norman Reedus, infinite battery. I have fucking Higgs custom guns, which are crazy. I have upgraded full armor, full shoes. I have the cryo. What are they called? The gold stuff. I forget what they're called. There's so much goofy lore in that game, but yeah, no, I have maxed out equipment, and it's just actually finding it a pretty relaxing experience. Because you're getting, and you're getting shit done. Like, you're always getting shit done in that game.
Getting shit virtually did.
And I'd also argue that Halo Infinite is also up there with the hype for Last of Us and Cyberpunk.
We still haven't seen any gameplay from that yet.
So we actually seen a snippet. The last Halo Infinite trailer they released was the opening cutscene and the moments where they have you, do you want to look at these dots? Do you want to go inverted? Even though they didn't show that in the trailer itself, it was at that moment in the game. And yeah, that was all in-engine gameplay graphics.
Are you gonna get a Series X as well?
Oh no, I'm gonna pre-order it. I'm already saving up for a pre-order. They already have the pre-order site up. It just won't be available for pre-order. My guess is until July.
So are you gonna get both next-gen consoles? Or Series X first?
So, Series X first, hands down.
I think the biggest selling point of the Series X is they promised full backwards compatibility, and Sony still hasn't, which troubles me.
I mean, their backwards compatibility is playing some PS4 games.
I have 170 games. Am I only going to be able to play a third of them on the new console?
Yeah,
if that's
probably.
if that's the case, I'm just going to keep the hard drive hooked up to the PS4 because I can play everything that I have. You know?
Yeah, and like for me, that's the thing with PlayStation. I don't know any of like I got my PlayStation 4 only like 2 years ago. Um, and I'm a big Halo nut, so with Halo launching with the new console, even though I could get on the Xbox One, I'm like, I need those fucking 12 teraflops on my television. Uh, but yeah, I mean, this generation is probably the best end to any console generation we've had, in terms of the quality of games we're getting.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, so yeah, I think we're gonna leave comments open on the YouTube if you guys behave. We're really serious about not spoiling this game for
And
anyone.
if you do spoil it, you're gonna spoil it for one of us. One of us is gonna insta ban you.
Insta ban you, and we'll call you out on stream.
We have made it this far without getting anything spoiled, and you are not going to clicker your way into ruining our gameplay experience. We are too close.
Too close.
We are 20 days away from The Last of Us Part 2, and I don't know what's going to happen. I don't want to know what's going to happen. I do know, based on what we just saw, that it's going to be straight murder. Straight neck stabby murder, and that's what we want from Ellie Murders the World, which should be the real title.
And honestly, regardless of if you have read a spoiler and you already formed an opinion about the story, you gotta admit, the gameplay looks so good.
Yeah.
Like, who gives, if the gameplay is good enough, I don't give a shit about the story. I mean, that's what the case was for me with Metal Gear Solid 5. Like, I don't give a fuck, but I still put in 250 hours in that game, like completing every mission.
I have not really dived into MGS5. Worth it? Well, only because I was never a Metal Gear guy, so I don't know any.
Oh, you'd be so fucking lost in the story.
Okay.
But gameplay wise, it's 100% worth it. The best stealth game ever made.
Really?
Hands down by miles.
Huh. All right.
And the game is just a mechanics playground. Like, if you think it, you could probably do it.
Let's go. Yeah, the gameplay has always looked really cool. And you know the weird thing? No one has a better run camera. The way the camera kind of shakes behind.
Yep.
What are you playing right now?
Right now, I am still playing Odyssey. I just kind of skipped over to Fate of Atlantis DLC.
So we're both playing an Assassin's Creed game currently.
Yeah, and I'm also playing a lot of Firewall 0 Hour. I got the PS Aim controller.
Dope.
And this thing is fucking sick. Imagine a normal PlayStation controller has all the same buttons, but just in the shape of a gun. And came with this game Firewall 0 Hour, which is basically Counter-Strike in VR.
Yeah, I have the demo for Firewall, and I have the Move controllers, but nothing seems like it would be quite as cool as having the.
Oh no, it's so immersive with the Aim controller.
Have you played Farpoint?
Yeah, I'm at the final boss. That's a really quick game. It only took me like an hour and a half to get through it. Or at least I think I'm at the end. But yeah, and I'm just started replaying The Last of Us the other night. I'm gonna beat it again. I've gone through it several times, including a few times on New Game Plus, so I got all the upgrades and everything, so I'm just gonna speed through it. But
I had debated doing another work out. I just have such a backlog of things that I'm playing right now. I don't really want to put down. Like I've been playing like Syndicate.
How far are you in Syndicate?
Well, the funny part is that I will fully admit that I kind of fucked up because I didn't understand that you advance the story by getting sequence story missions from the train hideout. So for the last like 20 hours, I've been running around as Jacob, just dominating the city. So like I've cleared out, like I own most of London at this point, and I'm level 7, but the story missions I'm playing are like level 3 and 4, so I'm decimating them, which is kind of fun.
Yeah.
But I kind of wish I had like done more of the story in tandem with the conquest missions. But I've had a lot of fun. Like every time I do a child liberation mission, in my head I'm like, let's go liberate the children. We gotta free the children.
Yeah.
And I just run
No,
in.
I love Syndicate. I beat
I'm
it
loving Syndicate.
I beat it pretty quickly, but in terms of traversal, I think it's the smoothest Assassin's Creed's ever been.
Yeah.
Um,
It's fun for me because this is my first Assassin's Creed game. And I mean, it's my first Assassin's Creed game pre-Odyssey. And I beat Odyssey and I beat Origin. And those Assassin's Creed games are really, they might as well, the devs even said we played a lot of Witcher before going into the redesign phase of Odyssey and Origins first, and then Odyssey. And they're really like the Assassin's Witcher Creed, which has a lot of really cool things about it. But for me, having spent 60 hours in Origins and like 100 hours in Odyssey, it's really cool to see an Assassin's Creed game when it was really just an Assassin's Creed game. Like I am doing so much more assassinating in Syndicate than I ever did in Odyssey and Origins, which is fun. And I love the smaller map. I love the more self-contained everything because it really allows the style to come through more. And you and I had talked about Odyssey. Like I put 100 hours into that and I didn't get the stupid XP booster. So I ground my way up to level 46 and I played the story. And at that point I was so exhausted that I had to put it down, because it gets so samey towards the end because the map is so big.
Yeah, no, and that's kind of what I'm enjoying the Fate of Atlantis DLC a lot more because the map is a lot smaller and
Really?
and it's just like a cool kind of future ancient Greece.
So is the Fate of Atlantis DLC, is the map different than Odyssey's main map?
Yeah, you go to they call it another realm, but it's a completely self-contained map.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And then and the art design, and it kind of reminds me of like Pandora from Avatar.
That might be cool to pick up because I'm at the point I've played through the main story, so right now I would be picking it up, with my character in a natural progression.
Well, also you could just choose auto create a character, and it'll boost you up to level 52, give you all the
Not gonna
legendary.
auto create a character. I didn't spend 100 hours building up Cassandra to where she's a murder queen to just flip her over. Okay, well then that might be worth picking up if I
and there's
DLC on sale.
And there's not really any side missions. Like all the missions progress the story, so it's a lot more easy to digest. But yeah, no, I'm enjoying it, and like I'm not lost in the story either because there's connection to the main story at the beginning, but what eventually forms is like not connected to, the ancient Greece storyline.
Okay, look, those Assassin's Creed games, you're like, I don't need another. And then you get it and you crack it open, you're like, and then 100 hours later, you're like, God damn it, Ubisoft, you did it again.
Yeah.
You took all of my time again. The Assassin's Creed games, from what I understand in my own experience, notorious for not being able to stick the landing with the ending to their stories.
Yeah. I know the ending for Fate of Atlantis ties into the true ending of the first game, just based on like artwork from the episodes. So that'll be interesting to see. But
do you have a favorite AC game?
Honestly, in terms of time spent on one, probably Black Flag. Yeah. That one was really fucking good. But I also,
for those of us watching, all the AC games are still, the sale is going to end today. Like 4 of the older AC games, Unity, Black Flag, Syndicate, and I think Rogue are all available for $9 right now on the games under $15 sale. So if you don't have, like, if you just want to add to your collection, just so you have some of the older AC games, go pick them up, man. Because Syndicate was $9, and I am enjoying the hell out. And Syndicate.
Did you get to that? If you haven't gotten to it, I don't want to spoil it for you, but have you gotten to I'm just gonna say the mind-blowing crazy part.
I don't think so. Like I said, I spent so much time conquesting London that
Yeah.
I'm only like 25% of the way through the story. However, I am a murder warrior currently. I'm level
Okay.
7 and I just murder. My
All right,
favorite part
and,
about
like
Syndicate is just doing a walk-by assassination. Like, you're just
Mhm.
walking down the street and there's like a blighter chilling, and you're just like, "Do do do," next stab, move on. And I love how used to murders the people of London are. You
Well,
just
yeah,
take
especially in Whitechapel. I
you
mean,
just
what?
take
This
down 3
was the
guys and they're
time
like,
of
"Oh,
Jack the Ripper and all of that.
yet another murder. Let's keep going about our day."
Yeah. No, there's a fun, Jack the Ripper side mission.
Oh, no, yeah, people love the there's a whole Jack the Ripper DLC, right?
Mhm.
I've heard very good things about that. But I have so many games I gotta what are the 9 games I'm playing right now? I dived into Sleeping Dogs. I'm like 20% of the way through Dishonored 2, playing Syndicate. Like, I'm all over the map. I've just been trying to take down some classic older games while I wait for Last of Us and Cyberpunk.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to like fill the time, honestly. I mean, I have a ton of games I haven't completed, but at this point, I don't think I'll get to it. Because of Last of Us, I'm gonna definitely try to do as many playthroughs as possible and try to see everything before Ghost comes out. And I know that game's gonna take me a while. Then Cyberpunk, that's
Oh,
gonna take
yeah.
me a while.
We have Ghost of Tsushima, I've learned. That's what it's called. It's not Tsushima, it's Tsushima.
Tsushima.
And that comes out a month after Last of Us.
Almost exactly a month.
What a crazy summer. And then we have a couple months with Tsushima, probably do the second playthrough of Last of Us, and then Cyberpunk, and then your life is because
And then Halo comes out,
and
and
then
then I'm
Halo comes
done.
out, and then we have the next gen gameplay.
Once Halo comes out, I'm done. No other game over the next no other game in 2021 will take me away from Halo.
There we go. There we go. All right. Well, I think we can wrap this up.
Yeah, so thank you for joining us. I'm sure you guys are all as excited as we are for The Last of Us 2. And yeah, we'll definitely try to have a review up because it comes out Friday. Hopefully we could have a review up the following Monday or Tuesday. But yeah, thanks for joining us. Hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay video, and we'll make sure you follow us on all the socials.
Like, subscribe, share, leave comments in the chat that don't have spoilers, because if you spoil it, you're gonna spoil your relationship with LH forever. You don't want that.
You don't want that.
You don't want that. We're good people, and we love
We are
video
good
games.
people.
We're very good people. We're very good people who murder in video games frequently.
Yeah, that's how we get all of our rage out these days, right?
Sure is. I've been inside playing Syndicate for like 4 days. Virtually murder.
It's the best.
All right, that is it for LH Gaming for our State of Play. Congratulations, Sony. You did another wonderful State of Play where we actually saw some play. So good on you. We're a month away from Last of Us. Very excited.
Yeah, less than a month.
Stay tuned right here for lots more video games. LH
And
Gaming.
more Last of Us content.
Much more Last of Us.
Yeah.
That wraps it up for us. Thank you. And good day, sir.
Good day.